Hello, Aries. Welcome to your 18 plus relationship reading. If you're new here, I'm Cupid, and I'm super excited to get into this reading for you guys. I hope you don't mind. I have my space heater on in the background because it is really cold, and I get cold easily, so that's my space heater. Disclaimer, this reading is for a large unseen collective and all energy is fluid. So please just understand that some messages may not resonate for you, and sometimes the whole reading might not. It is your responsibility to use your discernment, and if this reading is not resonating, please do not force it. All right, it is for somebody else. Anywho, so let's get into the reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. If you are a cross watcher, then hey, I can't control you, so enjoy the reading. I want to start by just tapping into the current energy for Aries. What is the current energy for Aries in love/relationships? What's the current energy for Aries? We have Four of Swords. What is the current energy for Aries? We have Queen of Cups. One more card, please. What is the current energy for Aries? I heard I'm feeling flirty. Somebody's feeling flirty. When I saw the Four of Swords, I heard get out there. So some of you feel like you've been in the house too long. You've been locked up for way too long. You've been resting. You've been hibernating. All right. Some of you have been like in a hermit mode. I heard recovery. Some people have been recovering. Maybe from an illness or an injury. But I'm getting definitely somebody ready to kind of like get out there, explore. I also see somebody wanting to just share. I'm hearing sharing. So maybe you haven't spoken to anybody in a while with the teeth here. I don't know if you guys can see the teeth above. So like maybe you feel like you haven't spoken in a while. You're feeling chatty. So you're ready to kind of just mingle, right? Is the vibe for Aries. Can I get one more card for Aries' current energy in love and relationships? Three of Wands. Yeah, get out there. We have Three of Wands. Okay? You're ready. It's like you're bored. I feel like you're just so ready to meet people. Okay? This is somebody ready to and I don't get like find the one. With the Queen of Cups, there is like a sentimentality in that, but it's not really about finding the love of your life or finding the one. It's almost like you just want to experience. You want to experience romance. You want to make connections and see what happens with that. Okay. And then right under bottom of the deck, we have Six of Wands. So like I said, a lot of energy around movement, moving forward, celebration. This is like, I'm hearing a long time coming. So for some of you, you've been in the house for way too long, right? So it's been a while, right? It hasn't, maybe not a couple days, maybe it's been a couple weeks, right? And so you're just like ready to go. And I feel like this is really straightforward compared to Leo's reading. You guys, it's because from what I'm seeing, some of you really have not been dealing with anybody, right? Maybe you've been single for a while, right? Maybe it's not necessarily that you've been in the house or you've been busy, but maybe you got out of a relationship or you got out of a relationship and you were recovering from the breakup, right? You're recovering from this breakup and now you feel ready, right? Now you feel ready to mingle and try again, right? Meet new people. So anyway, I'm going to get some cards from the Tarot of Sexual Magic, okay? What can Aries expect? What can Aries expect in love and relationships? What can Aries expect? Spirit, can I please just get one card? What can Aries expect in love and relationships? What can Aries expect in love and relationships? One card, please. All right, we have 4 of Cups. Ooh, okay. What can Aries expect? All right, so I'm already seeing you meeting somebody, right? You're going to connect with somebody. What can Aries expect? For some of you, I'm going to be quiet for now. 3 of Pentacles, okay. Can I get one more card? What can Aries expect? What can Aries expect? One card, please. What can Aries expect? Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. I'm seeing something really stable coming in for you, Aries. With the 4 of Cups, though, I feel like not only does this show me a person cautiously dating, being very aware of the moves they make, right? Somebody looking over their shoulder. But I also feel like this is possibly you reconnecting with somebody, or finding somebody that stands out in a way, right? For some of you, it's like you're not going to be finding what you want, or you feel ready to reconnect with somebody else, right? You feel ready to reconnect with somebody from the past, right? Maybe somebody you feel was a better option. For others of you, it's more so you just finding somebody that really stands out to you, that you hit it off with right away, but still feeling cautious, right? So maybe not dating in the open, or not really putting all your business online, kind of just taking your time to ease into these new connections, right? But I do see you connecting with somebody, all right? With the 3 of Pentacles here, and then we also have the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like you and this person, you're going to have something very stable. I see you building something steadily with somebody, right? I'm seeing a routine with this person, maybe even moving in with this person, right? This is going to be a person where you spend a lot of time at each other's home, right? And getting very comfortable with one another. We have the Hermit here at the bottom of the deck, okay? And so I think this is interesting because this is what you want, right? I feel like this is what you want. Maybe with the Hermit, maybe you isolated yourself, right? We've already discussed this, but there was an isolation factor, right? Maybe you just weren't dating, but maybe for others of you, you were really solo dolo. You weren't talking to anybody, you weren't reaching out to anybody, and you really did keep yourself kind of hidden. But I feel like this is almost like a vision, right? The way this is above his head, it's almost like a vision. And I feel like this is you kind of like envisioning this relationship with this person, and in some ways getting it, right? You're going to get this connection that you envision. Maybe you had to be isolated for a job, or it was something that you had to do for yourself, and you knew that when you got out of it, you were going to be ready to like I said, connect with somebody else. So I'm ready to get the cards from this deck, okay? Give me 1 second. What can Aries expect in love and relationships? We have 8 of Cups. Yes, I'm telling you, 8 of Cups. For some of you, you're going to be reconnecting with somebody from the past, right? Somebody, they've been on your mind, right? When you were in this isolation, this person was on your mind. Maybe you didn't like how things ended, or you were thinking about the last thing you said to this person. Maybe you have a lot to say to this person. You know, legs are really standing out here. So maybe you really like this person's legs. Yeah, because there's like, her legs are folded here. We have legs here, his legs, and then these legs here are spread with the 8 of Cups. So maybe you really like this person's legs. But I feel like, yeah, like for some of you, you have been thinking about reconnecting with this person for a while, but you couldn't. You couldn't because of where you were. Now that you're coming out of this isolation, you're ready and excited to basically try to communicate with this person. All right? Can I get 2 more cards, Spirit? What can Aries expect? What can Aries expect? What can Aries expect? Okay, we have, what is this? 2 of Cups. Okay, what can Aries expect? Oh yeah, definitely. I heard water under the bridge. So you guys maybe this is somebody that maybe you had to forgive each other. We have all these 4s, right? So we have 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups, and then we have 4 of Wands. This is somebody I feel like you guys maybe had a really fun connection in the past, right? Maybe you feel nostalgic. I'm seeing lots of fun. When I think of like the woods and just seeing this lady bathing, it seems like a carefree energy. Like you guys could do anything, could go anywhere, right? Maybe you felt fearless or free or fun with this person. And so it's almost like you wanting to reconnect with this person for that feeling, right? Feeling like nobody else compares. Like I said, with this 4 of Cups, it's like seeking this person out because they stand out above the rest. Seeking this person out because they have qualities that you feel more connected to than anyone else, okay? But maybe in the past, you made a mistake in regards to this person, or maybe in the past, you guys had a conflict that couldn't be resolved or could have been resolved a different way. But yeah, I see you trying to reconnect with this person, and I don't see them rejecting you. I see this being welcomed, right? Like I said, water under the bridge. This person may have let go what happened between you in the past, okay? We have, what is this? The Knight. Wait, no, 10. Wait, no, this has to be a Page of Cups, right? This little 11. So the Page of Cups, maybe you want to come in and apologize to this person, or maybe you're going to try and come in with some offering or some token to kind of show them that it's okay for them to let their guard down with you, right? You're going to try and show them that you mean them no harm, and you just want to talk to them and reconnect, okay? So Aries, I'm going to get your advice. That way I'm going to do that is I'm going to get a message from the message jar, and then we are going to get a card from the Pear Tree Oracle. So, Spirit, what is Aries' overall advice? What is Aries' overall advice? What is Aries' overall advice? One card for Aries. What is Aries' overall advice? All right, we have one card, but let's get our oracle message first, okay? What is Aries' overall advice? What is Aries' overall advice? What is Aries' overall advice? History. Ooh. All right. So your card is history, Aries. And I think that's so interesting because it ties into you having connections with this person from the past. But I feel like your advice here is to also kind of like leave certain things in the past, right? When you reconnect, like if reconnecting with this person is what you want to do, the best thing you can do in that scenario is move forward clearly and without repeating the same mistakes you did before. And the only way you can do that is by putting the past in the past, right? And that also means a lot of things, right? Making sure we're not making the same mistakes, making sure that we are altering our moves, right? Actually looking behind us in order to get ahead, you know? So part of your advice is just to kind of be mindful of the history of yourself and the history of this connection, and try to move forward as if you have a clean slate, but while applying the things that you've learned. All right, so I'm interested in looking at the message here from the message jar. What's the advice, Spirit? A coward is desperate. Ooh, a coward is desperate. Wow. Okay. I think that's so interesting because at the bottom of the deck we had bravery. All right. And I thought that was interesting, but I wanted to wait to say what I wanted to say about bravery. But I feel like for some of you, either you've been warned about pursuing this person, and or somebody has been trying to, how do I want to say this? For some of you, you have just been feeling a bit of discouragement, right? And confusion about what you should or shouldn't do, right? Is it the right choice? I feel like there is a sense of judgment, right? There's somebody in this house kind of telling you to come back inside, and you're here, you know, looking out at the stars. And remember when I said before, it's like, you know, getting out, somebody getting out, right? Maybe right now you're stuck in a situation you don't want to be in, or like I said, you're healing from a situation that wasn't good for you before, right? And maybe you were in this connection out of fear, out of some sense of codependency or insecurity. And like I said, you're going towards this other person from your past because in a lot of ways you're seeing them as being the right choice, the better choice, the one you should have gone towards. Whatever you're healing from, I feel like you were only there because of fear, right? And fear, like I said, a coward is desperate. Fear creates a sense of scarcity, and that creates that sense of desperation, feeling like there's not anything you can do except that this is all that you can do. These are your only options. And maybe you felt like you were in that relationship, or you didn't leave that relationship because you felt that sense of scarcity. But now and I feel like maybe this is the advice because some of you may still be in this relationship, right? Maybe you're leaving this relationship now, right? Some of you are leaving this situation that you need to recover from now, okay? Or you did recently. And it's because you woke up and realized that the only way you could truly want or desire this connection that you're in is if you were a coward, and if you were desperate, right? And you are not desperate. And if you're not desperate, then you're brave enough to go towards what it is that you asked for. If you don't believe that you can get what you asked for, that's when you settle. You know what I mean? You settle on that bad partner or that bad job because you don't believe that you can get what you asked for. Okay? And so a lot of your advice is like, maybe there's somebody who's going to try and want you back from the past, and it's almost like I said, that advice is be mindful of the history. Don't let yourself get caught up in the new without applying what you've learned from the past. Because guess what? History will repeat itself. It will if you let it. You know what I mean? So, move forward with the decisions you want to make, but just keep an eye on that history. All right? So, anyway, that's all I have for you today, Aries. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did and it resonated, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Feel free to leave a comment. And if you would like to be notified whenever I post new videos, then go ahead and subscribe and ring that notification bell. Bye, Aries.